Wow, we've not done this one for a while. Hello, ladies and gentlemen. It is quite literally first thing in the morning, so that's why my voice sounds a bit weird, as I haven't been up wrong. Hello, ladies and gentlemen. Like I say, I haven't done a live wrestling review for a long time, and the simple fact is the reason is that I haven't been to any live wrestling. 5 straight weeks I have not been to a live wrestling show, and it feels like longer than that because it's been a long time. Last night I went to a wrestling show, Carpe Diem in Prestwich, which is in North Manchester. It was a charity benefit show in aid of, I really hope I get this name right, Michael Michelle, who was part of the Langdale and Amberside Mountain Rescue Team. He sadly passed away earlier this year, so we're raising money for them. They do a great job. He saved approximately, between them, saved 170 lives, which is an incredible achievement. I think you'll agree. Mountain Rescue don't get enough credit. I really don't think they do. Anyway, this was a good little venue. It was in a high school. It was in a high school gymnasium. It was weird. It was the first time I've been into a high school for a very long time. Felt very strange. But yeah, really good venue, this one. It was a decent size, had a decent sized roof on it, and it had a little bit of an echo in there, as you can probably imagine. So the crowd noise sort of bounced around and felt louder than it actually was. But there was a decent amount of people there. I wouldn't like to guess how many there was. But at the start, the ring announcer asked how many have been to a wrestling show and how many haven't. And I'd say when he asked how many haven't been to a wrestling show, I'd say at least a third, excuse me, of the people who were there have never been to a show before. So that was good. The only complaint I can think of, and it's an obvious complaint, and that's there's no bar there. But I spoke to a lot of the wrestlers after the show, and they kept saying, this is a really good venue, this is a really good venue, this is a really good venue. And I would like to see more shows in that arena. So, opening context was 2 Dimension taking on the Blackpool Blondes in a good but short match. This was just starting to get interesting, you know? As Luke Future was playing the babyface in peril and getting beaten up, and that's all good. And then Jack Clark gets the hot tag, and then it just felt like a couple of seconds later, Luke Future was being rolled up for the win, and you're just like, oh, I was just starting to get into this one, and then it was cut away from me, you know. So that was a bit annoying, but yeah, it was an alright match. And then we had a 6-way match. A couple of people I haven't seen before. One person I'm particularly looking forward to is Bruce Sheila, who is an Australian. Is that not the best name for an Australian gimmick? I really think it is. Versus LA Austin, versus Professor Mike Holmes, versus is another one, another great name, Hans Isengard, brilliant, versus Jürgen Wolfgang, versus Ian J. It's either Christ or Christ. I hope it's not Christ, because it's like, oh, you're going to get heat for that. But yeah, entertaining stuff, this one. There was some great double team stuff with the 2 Germans. LA Austin hit the corkscrew moonsault to the outside like he does a lot, which was beautiful. Got some nice suplexes by the two German guys. It's like they were taking it in turns to outdo each other by doing these big ass suplexes on the smaller guys. That was nice. One of the Germans, I'm sorry, I forget who it was. He takes out LA Austin with a big chair shot while the referee's back his turn, and he gets help to the back, and the match continues. Some really nice stuff, and then Austin comes charging back in, and he hits a double ostentatious on the 2 German guys and covers them both for the win, which I thought was just fantastic. Really enjoyed that one. Next, Simon Valor. Simon Valor is a Future Shock original from 2004, 2005, as far as I know. I've never had the pleasure of seeing him, but last time I went to Future Shock, when I went to Future Shock 59, Chris Egan hit him in the face with a pint glass. So there's obviously something coming from there. Simon Valor's obviously coming back to the ring. And I went into this match versus Jason Logan with very low expectations, to be honest, because I'm thinking this is his first match back for a while. He might have a bit of ring rust. I know Jason Logan's brilliant, so I know that he'll be alright. I know he'll help him through. But while there was a little bit of ring rust, Simon Valor impressed the hell out of me, if nothing else because he took some really big bumps. At one point, Jason Logan picks him up in the pro and basically launches him over the ropes to the outside, and it's just like, God damn, for your first match out, that's a big, hefty bump to take. Also, I got landed on for the first time, because I didn't mention before, we were on the front row, which is starting to become like our customary place by the looks of things, and Simon Valor gets launched over the guardrail and lands square on my lap, like, hey, what have I done? I've been waiting. It's something I've been waiting for a while to get landed on. So yeah, I didn't mind that. Valor comes back though with a really nice rock bottom on the apron. That was really impressive. But then Valor goes up top. Logan shoves the referee into the ropes. Gets crotched. Gets down. a Last Ride by Logan, and I swear to God, some of you may have already seen that last night I uploaded a clip from the main event, yeah, where the ring gets broken, and we'll talk about that shortly. But I swear to God that it was this move, this fucking Last Ride, that actually did the damage that broke the ring. I'm pretty sure of it. Oh dear me! And then I find out our was that it? Yeah, that got the win. The Last Ride got the win. And it was massive. It was really, really big move. Next, we had Mark Starr versus Ken Zen versus Nick McGuire versus Steve Bin Man, who had been... Steve Bin Man was essentially the promoter of the show, as well as being one of the stars of it. And this was an interesting little match. I've got to say, first things first, Ken Zen didn't have his mask on, which was an interesting thing, but he especially looked brilliant in this one. Ken Zen did really, really, really crisp, I thought. He was saying after the show that he wasn't impressed with his performance, but I suppose that's the difference between a performer and being... I'm just going to turn the light on. Do you know when I came in to do this, start doing this video, it was glorious sunshine, and naturally there's a massive black cloud right there, just there, little bastard. I suppose that's the difference between being a performer and being a fan, is that I saw some things in this match, I'll talk about them now. For example, Mark Starr went up top and then fell off the ropes, unfortunately. And you're like, oh, that was a bit of a nasty botch. I didn't spot Ken Zen do any botches, but he said that he did botch some things, so that was an interesting one. Mark Starr, though, to his credit, made up for the botch with an absolutely perfect shooting star press to the outside. Then there was high spots from all of them, actually. They all did stuff to the outside. Even Steve, Steve Bin Man's quite a big guy, and he did some dives to the outside. Double German by Steve Bin Man grabs McGuire and grabs Mark Starr and launches them both with a German suplex. That was really cool. It's very similar to what we saw from Kurt Angle on the TNA pay-per-view. Power driver on the outside on Mark Starr by Ken Zen. That's a bit mean, a bit unnecessary. McGuire then though wins though with this crazy ass looking DDT. I've never seen anything like it. A step over, float over DDT crazy thing that I can't describe. And then we had the intermission, and that was all good. Because despite there being no bar, and I'll tell you something, they weren't there when we started off. There was beer, and people who weren't driving were happy. I didn't care because I was driving. Yeah, and then we had 3 more matches, meant to be 4. I'll tell you why in a second if you haven't guessed already. As we had Chris Echo and the Babyface Pitbull versus the Islanders in a match that I really had absolutely no time for. This match really failed to hold my attention. Maybe it's just because we were coming back after the intermission, but I just didn't care about it at all. I tried my hardest to get into it, and Echo played the face in peril, and we're waiting for the hot tag to the Babyface Pitbull, and you know what's going to be coming with Babyface Pitbull, because he's got that intensity. You're going to get suplexed to death, okay? So of course he gets the hot tag, and there was some absolutely ridiculous suplexes, but then it went weird, man, because the referee counted a 2 count, but the guy in the production guys rang the bell and played the music, and you're just like, but the referee's like, no, that was a 2, that was a 2, that was a 2. And the Islanders can start beating on Echo, and Ricky James McKenzie comes out, and there's just major confusion, because the the ring announcer then says it's been ruled a no contest. So you're like, hang on, so, but you said that was a 3, I know that was a 2, and now you say it's a double contest. It's one of those things that was like, this one didn't do it for me whatsoever, I'm afraid. It's one of those things that bothers me. Next, Jack Gallagher versus Dylan Roberts in a really good technical match with a touch of comedy thrown into it as well. Got a lot of time for both men, obviously. Jack Gallagher worked the arm of Dylan Roberts and was going for the arm bar all the time. I love watching Jack Gallagher work as a heel. I really do. There's something about him that anyone who knows me knows that all of my favourite British wrestlers are all heels. All of them. My top 5 are all heels. And that's just, I just prefer someone who works as a heel, because they're a lot more open. I sometimes feel that when Jack Gallagher is a babyface, he's a bit muted. And I let my wrestling do the talking for me. And he comes across as being shy and like he doesn't want to get on the mic. Whereas when he's a heel, he's got so much more confidence flowing through him, and he's not afraid to take the piss out of the audience, and not afraid to take the piss out of his opponent. But anyway, it looks like Jack gets either a triangle choke or something like that. But the spot where they've got him in the triangle choke, and the big guy powers him up, and he picks him up, and power bombs him. That looks absolutely fantastic. But Jack Gallagher wins with a cross armbar. And then we go on to the main event. It wasn't meant to be the main event. The main event was actually meant to be a 30-man battle royal. But it wasn't going to be, I'm afraid, because the ring was looking decidedly dodgy. Because before this match, half the wrestlers came out and got underneath the ring and started frantically trying to repair the damage that Jason Logan had obviously done with that ridiculous last ride. It seemed like they'd done a good job. They sort of patched it together, and we got on with this match. Now, because I looked around the arena and noticed that there wasn't any cameras set up. There was no cameras on ringside, no cameramen. Now I've got to say, just before I go on, that was actually quite refreshing, because sometimes you go to a Future Shock show, you go to a GPW show, you go to a PCW show, any of these shows where it's released on DVD, and sometimes there is a cameraman in your way, sometimes for an entire match, and that can be very irritating. It's the price you pay for going to a federation, a company who film for DVD release. I understand that, I genuinely do, but sometimes it's irritating. This was actually quite refreshing, because that wasn't the case, there was no one there. But what I thought to myself is, if no one's filming this, this show is only going to exist in memory, so that I've got to film at least one match, right? And that's what you're going to see now. This is what became the main event. DDL versus Dave Rayne versus Cyanide. Watch out for about 10 minutes in, because the ring breaks. And that's why I can't talk about the Battle Royal, because it never took place. After this match went down, basically the show was stopped. We were thanked. There was a big brawl between all the faces and all the heels, and then we were thanked, and then we went home. And it was brilliant. I had a really, really good time. Not just because I was with my boys, not just because I hung out after the show with all the wrestlers, which I always get a kick out of. It was just a great show. There was only that one bad match, and the rest of it I really enjoyed, and I love that. So, ladies and gentlemen, here's a match for you. I hadn't put on a British match on one of my vids for a long time. My next vid, guys, will more than likely be a Future Shock 60 review next week, unless I remember about the WWE pay-per-view while I'm thinking about it. Anyway, that's irrelevant. I'll be back. Please hit that subscribe button if you haven't. I'd love to know if you were at the show down there, what you thought, or if you were about to watch this match, I'd love to know what you thought of the match. I've been Mark P. I will see you all very soon. Take it easy, guys. Bye-bye. Oh, and guys, come to this show. This one and this one. This one especially. International Super Show. 25th of August. Steel cage match. Davey Richards, Jack Gallagher, as well as a steel cage match. Come on. You can't go wrong with that, can you? Take it easy, guys. Watch this match. It's awesome.
Like just getting this whole thing.
Oh, he's actually shouting it. Alan! 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 That's quality. Take a shot off him. That kid is going to have nightmares for years now. It's going to be like war flashbacks for him. Get stuck in, Dave. Face full of dick right there. Face full of science.
Alan! Oh shit! Oh! Could have broken his back with that.
Alan!
Go on.
You're doing well, Dave.
Chin up, lad.
Alan! Dave Rayne!
Gotta hurt.
Cyanide owns you.
Loving it, Dave.
What the?
Come on, Dave, get in there.
Alan! Alan! Move out of the way, Mike. There we
Damn
go.
that referee.
Dave Rayne!
It's down.
Oh!
Very nice.
Jesus, look at the ring! Look at the bounce!
Guy is good. Oh no.
What's this? Oh! Diamond dust! That was good.
Very good. Look at the fucking dip.
Quite noticeable dip in the ring, sorry.
It's gone all the way across now.
The rest is just not eye level that. The words what they were. The ring's fucking smiling at you. And fucking
Go on, Damon. That was quite high, wasn't it? That come on was a bit high. Come on, Damon. Start trying to rim.
ring. Look at the posts. Alan!
Alan! Alan!
Oh,
This has got to finish soon.
ring. The ring has got such a bend in it. Oh,
Well, we didn't have far to go.
Watch out for that dip, Damon. Let's not ride that, man.
oh. What's this?
Dancing style.
Get out the way, Alan!
Will he tap? Will he tap? Will he tap?
Oh my god. Oh, bye bye ring.
Yeah.
Bye bye ring.